What? Oh. Oh. Um. So, Hangman's title run so far is basically been defined as, okay, we need to go ahead and prove that he's a worthy champion by having him go through intense violence. Mostly because we might have a blood fetish. Like, this has been Hangman's run so far as champion. He's had 2 awesome Bryan Danielson matches, an awesome Kenny Omega match, and 2 out of 3 so far, it's been massacred blood all over one's face. And Bryan is probably like getting off on it because he's having a bloody chest. His dream. But Lance Archer would be his next challenger. And I was like, okay, I'm a little bit mixed on that. One hand, Lance Archer is damn good, but he hasn't really been built up much lately. In fact, I could easily make the argument they kind of forgot about him because he was doing some stuff because he was injured and then he comes back and yeah. So, but before that, his last appearance was being rolled up after he landed on his head. But glad he's doing well. But they needed to get this story to be told, and for some reason they had to get Hangman to take on the next challenger, and we still have our match to Revolution between Adam Cole, baby, versus Adam Page, baby, and whatnot. So, naturally, this match comes with a lot of questions. Specifically, well, heading into the show, there was a lot of stuff added to the card, and then you got bask in his glory, bask in his glory, bask in his glory, and Keith limitlessly. Bask in his glory, and all the insanity that comes with it. Mostly, you kept wondering, Isaiah's like, I am so freaking dead, and he got his ass kicked. So yeah, that was to be expected. But yeah, they were hyping up Keith Lee's upcoming debut more than this match, which could be a problem from a booking standpoint. But well, they didn't they hyped it up. They announced it was a Texas Death Match and that would headline the show. But the free agent part where they said was going to be this big game changer move, which Keith Lee is a good talent. He's awesome. In fact, I'm convinced he secretly replaced his bones with rubber like Ray Phoenix in order to move like a cruiserweight. Where did they gain that surgeon from? So, yeah. Where Ray Phoenix moves with his bones rubbering out and whatnot and trying his best to round up everything, whereas Keith Lee is like, I want rubber to move like a cruiserweight and try and be like Ray Phoenix, but a super heavyweight. Now suddenly I'm thinking Miro versus Keith Lee down the road. Please, can we do that when Miro comes back? Like, he fights and like just make that like you have a TNT title match right there, everyone. Tony Khan, if you're seeing this, and I'm convinced you are secretly, I demand royalty fees if that match happens. Miro versus Keith Lee for the TNT Championship. Let's go. I want to see super heavyweight fighting like cruiserweights. But moving on, Lance Archer. See, that's the thing. They kept hyping up the big free agent, then they were hyping this matchup for the most part, and people have been saying Hangman's reign since the end of the Bryan Danielson feud has been, quote, disappointing. And also, they had to find a way to fill in between Bryan and Adam Cole, so Lance Archer was the best pick they could get. I'm pretty sure they're going to wait till they do Moxley or something, or the other big time players. They just need a main event player, a main event talent that could do good matches and have a bloody match with Hangman. They were certainly having the bloody match. And then you also had Jay White Bull show up. So now I want to see Hangman and Jay White revisit their history, considering how their first encounter ended badly because Jay White kicked his ass for the IWGP US title. But yeah. This match. Three of 4 AEW World Title matches for Hangman so far are bloody massacres. Bloody Texas Death Match. Passionate brutality. Passionate brutality. And Dan Lambert's involved because, of course, he is. In fact, did they really explain why Dan Lambert is teaming up with Lance Archer now? Or no? Or we're just led to assume that because, like, real world-wise, I would assume it's because Jake Roberts' health scare recently he's had for the past year have been like, we gotta eventually move him away from Jake Roberts and move to Dan Lambert for a little bit, at least until Jake Roberts either gets his bearings straight or just goes out on his terms in his story with Lance Archer. But okay. But yeah. What little hype they had was certainly massacred by this match. Forks, tables, blood within the first 3 minutes, glass shattering. I'm pretty sure Nick Gage was secretly producing this match. Like, the only thing that was missing was a pizza cutter, and they swore never to do that ever again. Oh god. I'm kind of amazed at how much AEW's been allowed to get away with all the intense violence. Like, oh, we can do all this blood and guts, but don't do pizza cutters, damn it. Or Vince will tell on the sponsors. But it's just so hilarious how crazy this match was. I feel like they're trying so damn hard to try and justify this so far, and they're trying to, like, we fucked up the build up for this a little bit. We didn't really hype it up as we should have, so we gotta rake up for it with basically PG-13 violence and somehow get our testosterone filled crowd to be, and I'm just like, oh man. Eventually that whole Hangman must bleed for the title has to eventually dry up, because I don't know how many times Hangman can keep gushing out blood like a fountain, like a broken fountain, and every single time. And for a second, I definitely didn't think they were going to end it like within minutes when he was up at 9, when it was up to near 10 for the first count. But there's something I will give this match. I will give this match credit. I definitely did think Hangman was going to lose. Yeah. I really felt that. I felt he was going to lose. Like, the spots he took, the bumps he took, I really felt, was Hangman going to lose, actually? Were they making the opponent actually legitimately threatening? Despite the fact that you like when you go into these kinds of shows with WWE, with AEW, with Impact, with all these promotions, maybe except New Japan, you always had that feeling of, yeah, I know where this is going to go because the next big show is coming soon and this is just a fill-in show. So, and he's a fill-in challenger, so I know that top champion's going to retain. The only times you would feel a little unpredictable is if, well, something behind the scenes occurred and you didn't know about it until after it happened. and it was already too late to look what was going to happen next because the match is over. Or when you're basically, what's the best way to describe it? When you're Roman Reigns and you're fighting Seth Rollins. Or in WWE land, you're expected to have a BS ending. I'll get to the Royal Rumble soon. When I feel like it, honestly, because it's really annoying. Or when there's backstage politics involved, when you have Goldberg beating The Fiend. Yeah. But this match right here, for a brief moment after the steel step spots, I did think Hangman was actually going to lose. I really did think that. And I was like, and I like how they're making the heels how they're making the strategy smarter for them. Like, okay, his big move is the buckshot lariat. We gotta cut out the ropes. Cut the ropes out while I take care of him. And I was like, we're getting logic. Sweet logic. So yeah, you get why they were removing the ring post in order to destroy the ropes, in order to prevent Hangman from doing this buckshot lariat. We still got it in the most hilarious way possible, because Hangman wants to do a cool moment to justify all this, where Hangman does the buckshot off the back of the referee when he's picking up the barbed wire for whatever reason in a Texas death match, and crashes into Lance Archer, and they both go through the table. Hangman stands up to 8, and the ref hits 10 for Lance Archer. Hangman retains. Just barely. I actually did believe for a moment that was Lance Archer really gonna win? Like, if they really did that, that would be something. Like, that would be a shocker. But oh man, I'll give that one that kind of credit. But yeah, now, oh man, but yeah, they do seem to be implying tensions going on with Lance Archer and Jake Roberts, since Jake Roberts looks like he's trying to recapture his youth, and Lance Archer's being pissed off about it, while Dan Lambert's just on the side. Just, was there anything else I was supposed to do? Like, I cut the ropes. Am I supposed to do something else? Am I supposed to punch somebody? Take a bump? Or just make exaggerated faces? Exaggerated faces, okay. I'll make exaggerated faces. I will not dignify my role with words. I will give you one look that is specifically known as the Lambert look. So yeah, there was that. Fun, just a fun, insane main event. Adam Cole, baby, comes out. Oh, he grabs the belt, snatches the title from the ref, and he holds it up as hangs on the ropes, and barely. And he slowly turns around and is like, "It's such a disturbance in my belt. This is if a secretly evil person is trying to usurp Bullet Club and the Elite. Suddenly behind me." And sure enough, he sees Adam Cole. I definitely thought, since they had the extra table, I thought for a sec they were gonna have Adam Cole smash the title over his head and have him crash into that final table because it didn't break, because that one wasn't destroyed, which would have been honestly a more chaotic way to end it, instead of Adam Cole hands the belt to him, puts it on his shoulder, and walks off. I'll say this, I keep thinking that was the original plan, or at least that was a backup plan, but then they ran out of time, so they were like, they had to make it short and quick, instead of bloody chaos. But oh man, Hangman is trying damn good to try and show that he's worthy of that belt. Yes, indeed. And Lance Archer, despite how many times he's kind of like the Big Show during his later time in WWE, except without the constant face and heel turns. Where he's just, you're the giant wrestler who's supposed to be a dangerous threat, but somehow always gets his ass kicked, but somehow still able to come off threatening when we need you to. And we'll probably give you a TNT title down the road, because the world title, we kind of have it booked for the next 2 years. We already got a lineup for MJF. We got a lineup for probably Eddie Kingston or CM Punk or Bryan. We kind of got a lot of things going on. We have like 2 more seasons worth of plans for this man. Still rooting for Eddie Kingston to be the next one after MJF. It just makes so much sense to me. But, yeah. Crazy main event we got here. Bloody Texas Deathmatch Wrestling. Oh, man. It's a good fill-in match for Hangman as he prepares for his war with Adam Cole, baby. And now that Jay Whitehall is involved in this, is involved with the Elite stuff showing up on AEW, awesome. Will he factor into this? I'm curious as to know that. Or does Adam Cole have another plan for him to betray the Elite with his undisputed Paragon buddies? But we'll have to see in the coming weeks as we head into Revolution. Anyways, this was Neo Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting Hangman Adam Page versus Lance Archer for the AEW World Championship in a Texas Death Match with massive, chaotic, bloody proportions. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out my other content in the description below. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you all next time. Peace and take care. Have a good day, and keep on watching wrestling, and stay sweet. Too sweet! I screwed up the ending. Sorry. Peace out.